Well, I'm delighted to say that we're talking to Craig Fagan today after he's put pen to paper on a contract extension with the Stones. Congratulations, and are you happy to get your own deal over the line ahead of the new season?
Yeah, it's good to get it finally sorted. Obviously, we had an excellent season last year, so wanted to be a part of it again and try and kick on this season in the way we're doing things and have a. It's tough to better last year, but obviously the aim is to get promoted. So looking forward to it.
Yourself and George, you had a season together at Colchester almost 20 years ago. You couldn't tell from looking at you. So your relationship goes way back. Did you ever see yourselves working together again back then? And how did that time together bring you back here last February?
I mean, to start off with, I didn't actually see George as a coach when we were playing. Obviously, we were both so young. I didn't even think I was going to be a coach at the time. So obviously, things change. We were pretty similar the way we saw the game anyway. So obviously, getting to the later stages, I could see the change in George. Could see that he was analysing the game a little bit more and wanting to go down that path. So listen. It helps that we're similar in the ways that we want to do things, but I think we blend quite well in, George being a defender, me being an attacker. So we look at the game in different aspects, and it helps us to focus on the team as a whole.
Yeah. So you say there about George, and he said in the past about Mick McCarthy being a big influence on him. Is there any managers that you've had in your playing days coming up that have had an influence on how you manage?
Yeah, listen, all of them. They've all had good and bad points. So. The way I look at it is everyone that I've worked with, I've tried to use the best sessions that they've used and then cut out some of the things which didn't work so well for me with them, the way they approach, the way they talk to the players. You're trying to take the best things of them. Phil Brown was obviously excellent when he came into Hull at the time. Phil Parkinson we had as well. Just the way they handled the players, and I think Phil Brown was the one when we were at Hull, where he come in with a real confidence and give belief to the players. Similar to how George is at times, going on the run that we had last year, that real belief to go and win games at big football clubs or here against big football clubs. That comes from the management team to give the players belief that they can go and win games. Yeah, so it's similar to Phil Brown in terms of that.
Question that some fans have been asking in pre-season, the logic behind giving players time with the armband out in the field. What's been the purpose of that, and how has it benefited the squad as well as yourselves and the management team?
Yeah, listen, at times you don't want to ask one player to keep trying driving the lads, so we were using it to try and get people to speak a little bit more, demand what's needed. Obviously Higgsy, I think Sam Corn obviously had it, Reese has had it, Fowler's had it. It's just to try and implement the stuff and see who can have an effect on the team. Yes, they all play different in their different roles, and maybe not as loud as others, but we need talkers in the group. So it was just to see who's going to step to the plate and manage the group, and it's been good for us to see as a management team who's up to it and who needs to get better, because that's what it's about. We want to try and improve everybody, and we're looking for people to drive the team forward, be it lads that have been here or new players coming in.
Yeah. What score would you give to pre-season then out of 10 in terms of the signings as well as the performance and the fitness?
There's always room for improvement. I think in terms of the signing compared to where we were last season, I think we're in a better place, but that doesn't mean that we're going to have an excellent season. Again, it's still hard work. In terms of the game-wise, from my point of view, I know fans like to see performances. I think for where we are, I've been in many a team where I've had a rubbish pre-season and gone on and won the league or done well in the league, and then teams where they've done excellent in pre-season, never lost a game, played excellent football, and then come the first game of the season, they've got absolutely destroyed. So for me, it's about minutes, making sure everybody's fit and being ready for that first game of the season against St Albans. So signing's very good. Pre-season games, probably above average, if I'm honest. And we know that we can get better at that. We know that as a staff. But I think defensively we've done quite well. It's just the top end of the field, maybe a bit more creative, and players getting used to playing with each other.
How have you found the FA Cup run has influenced the signings we've made this year? Do you find it a bit easier sell to get players to come and play for Maidstone? Because all of them that have come in have sort of said like they're here to win the league and get promoted. So have you found it easier this summer than last summer?
Yeah, listen, there's no hiding place. The previous season, I think, coming back down from the conference, myself and George obviously knew as a management team. I had 10 games obviously with George, and he had a longer period before that. Some people looking in and thinking, oh, you know, what's going to happen the next season? Signing's not sure about it being relegated. Is the team going to come straight back up? I think this season, because of the cup run we had, because of the performances we had as a team, the way we try and do things as a league club in terms of our training, I think we attracted players which we couldn't get the previous season, and that's down to the players that were here obviously last term as well, the ones that have left us, and the way that the staff and everybody conduct themselves in training and matches. People are always watching. The players that we've signed have played against us. They know what the kind of team that we want to be and how we want to improve. So it's easy to entice players like that. I think when you're doing well, players tend to want to come and be involved. And the facilities we have are probably one of the best in the league, and I think that every player that's come in has said that as well.
So a final question from us. The Olympics are ongoing. Do you have a favourite event or memory from either these games or previous games, and why is it special to you?
Athletics, to be fair, is one of mine. I remember Michael Johnson. I used to like watching him run. I think just his whole technique was totally different to anybody else's, but he used to cruise through the 400 metres and 200 metres, and then obviously Usain Bolt. But now, being a golf man, I'm interested to see how the golf has gone. I know it started today, so yeah, I'm very interested to see how the golf's gone.
Well, thanks for your time, Craig, and we look forward to catching up with you as the 24-25 season unfolds.
Thank you.